Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, infinite consciousnesses. I am tickled right now. Um, and I'm asking myself the question, why do I do it? Why do I respond to comments that don't feel good? Um, I initially did from a place of, I'm going to be right. And I did it initially from a place of, I'm going to declare the truth. I'm going to declare what's true. And I initially did it from a place of, I'm going to be a spiritual teacher. Well, that got old quick. Maybe not quick, but that got old at a certain point. And so why do I do it? Well, for me, this is totally not traditional Advaita at all. For me, one of the most fascinating places is the place where um, Vedanta or non-dual consciousness and authenticity meet, and finding skillfully finding my way, us finding our way with communication, with relationship, and to be authentic and be real and to be skillful in dialoguing, not just on spiritual matters, but um, on any matter. So that's part of why I do it, is that exploration, and partially I just feel this drive, this need to do it. And as I've said before, it's a way of reclaiming my power from all the times I was not authentic, and all the times I took shit, all the times I kowtowed because someone was quoting something spiritual, um, and also because I think it helps um, bring to light what I call cult dynamics, which are really just extreme forms of unhealthy relationship dynamics. And lastly, I want to say, they're starting to develop a little community here on this channel, and it's blowing me away. And if you ever disagree with something I say, or you want to give me feedback, just do it respectfully, and I'm open. Um, and more than open, I want it. I I need it. Um, so with that said, I'm going to respond to a comment that didn't feel good. So long story short, I made a video basically that said, in the video that said, hey, this particular teacher, Muji, he's not teaching Advaita Vedanta, and um, what he created isn't really a monastery. He's basically doing his own thing. Someone responded by saying, did you criticize Muji respectfully? And in essence, I said, look, it doesn't feel good to have people show up to my channel and just ask me questions without being clear. Like, where do you think I criticized Muji? Do you think I criticize, are you referring to the past? Are you referring to this video? Please lay your cards on the table and just give authentic feedback. Like, it doesn't feel good to receive questions like that aren't clear, what you're referring to, and aren't clear about what's behind the question. Because, well, I'm not even going to get into cut because it just, it doesn't feel good. And so this person didn't like that. And I started to read their response and stop. And I said, I asked a simple question. I'm still a little, there's still a little feeling going on here. Here is their response. I asked a simple question that could have been responded to with a simple answer, but a deeply rooted fear in you overruled this possibility. Should commentaries be accomplished with a psychological report on the commenter's psychological state? So I'm just going to pause right there. um, so I'm going to end this war right here and there. And I'm just going to be radically transparent with this person. I asked them to be transparent with me, and that was their response. So I'm going to I'm just gonna end the war, and I'm gonna be really real. And so, in response to this little piece of their comment, which was quite long, which I stopped reading right then and there, I had some resentful thoughts. I'm not saying any of these are true. Uh, some of the resentful thoughts were he responded nastily. He didn't put his cards on the table. He criticized me. He's wrong. Um, he's portraying and posting wrong information. Fearful thoughts. If I make a video, people will think I'm crazy or controlling, and I'm open to respectful feedback on that or any of this. Fear thoughts that people won't like the video. I'm being dishonest in thinking that this is a big deal, in thinking that I have to respond, in can't even read the next thing I wrote. Yeah, my part or my defective character, meaning what's my part in the situation? What did I do to contribute to this? Um, I, over the last couple of years, have made really bad decisions and got my nervous system very out of balance to where it can get activated by something small, so that I get irritated easily. My part is I allow comments. History has shown me that some comments are respectful, and from a non-dual point of view, some comments are dharmic and some comments are adharmic. From a Vedanta point of view, anger in all its forms is adharmic. It's a form of violence, and so part of what I'm hopefully doing is cleaning up um, all the times I was adharmic, violent, disrespectful. Um, so yeah, so there I am, practicing what I preach, being transparent, and so what's also real for me is, um, the recognition of what I'm doing is I'm putting myself out there and I'm putting out my views, and um, people are going to have all flavors of response. Some people are going to agree, some people are going to disagree, some people are going to feel happy with what I share, some people are going to feel angry, some people are going to be able to clearly express, hey, I like, I don't like, hey, I agree, I disagree. And some people are going to um, be having agreement, disagreement, positive feelings, painful feelings, and not be able to clearly communicate that. And the beginning of this channel was me doing a lot of that, not clearly communicating. I agree, I disagree, I like, I don't like. And so I consider responses like this just partially some of my karma. Like, hey, I put out things other than I like, I don't like, I agree, I disagree. So it's only fair that I get some of that back. And the other feeling is learning to be at choice. So I can't be at choice. In essence, learning what I'm powerless over and what I do have power over. I'm powerless over how people respond to these videos inwardly. I'm powerless how they respond outwardly, unless I completely disable comments, which I'm not willing to do because there's some real magic happening on this channel. And people are sharing their experience, people are sharing their own understanding of non duality, and it's very rich. So, um, and not everyone's going to like or resonate with me, and not everyone's going to express that in a way that feels good. Um, So what I'm deciding to do is take it all as a learning experience and a growth experience, and how to receive and respond to things that don't feel good and don't from a certain point of view don't seem virtuous or harmonious, and how to flow with that. And sometimes I'll do better than others. So that's all I got on this. And let's see if there's anything else that wants to be said. There's a way in which what I'm doing is a little bit, it feels a little bit like performance art. I'm not putting on a performance. I'm trying to be as authentic as I can be and transparent I'm able. And there is this sense that, obviously what I'm doing is completely outside the realm of traditional Advaita Vedanta. Um, and, and um, I'm trying to do it in a way that's guided by not outside the realm, but it's certainly I'm not aware of any Advaita Vedanta teachers, and I don't really consider myself an Advaita Vedanta teacher per se. But anyway, um, but what I'm trying to do is to just be radically transparent while being mindful of Advaita Vedanta and find ways to harmoniously communicate and relate to everyone and everything, even people who I don't agree with and don't resonate with, and even people who treat me what I would say is unwell in um, different levels of treating me unwell. So the last thing is I do have power over where I put my time, energy, and attention. And I to this person, I honor you're doing the best you can. And who knows, maybe from a spiritual point of view or the point of view of the truth, you're showing up more wisdom than I am in this conversation. And it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it to me at all. It feels, what I can say is just the way that you or this person is communicating is just not someone I choose to associate with. And what I've learned on the spiritual path is that association is everything. Not everything, but the people we connect with have a profound impact on us. And so I am at choice with where I put my attention, and I am at choice who I allow to post on this channel. And comments like that, that kind of tone is just not welcome here. And so that's what I got. And I love, and the thing is, in this moment, is I'm really delighted by my intention. My intention is to harmoniously relate to everyone and everything. And I'm a learner on this path. And this this channel is proof that I fall short. And I hope in some moment, I believe in some moments, it's proof that I am able to show up with presence and compassion and transparency and hopefully an ounce of wisdom here and there. Thank you so much, everyone, and I wish you a day of. Mm, the one other thing I want to share is, what I did. This is called a 10th step. I'm a very deep lover of the original 12-step process, which is really just a path of surrender to God and being of service. It's really a form of karma yoga. Um, and I didn't come up with that analogy, though I kind of realized it, but I read that on James Schwartz's website. Um, But so it's a whole process of really being mindful of that which disconnects us from the divine. And in the original 12 step program, that is considered to be resentments, fears, dishonesty, and selfishness, and other defects of character. And to be mindful of them. And when they arise, pray to God to remove them. And if it's a big deal, talk to someone else. If it's not, just pray. And then turn your attention to someone you can help. It's a beautiful process. And I want to share some of the prayers for resentments. The prayer is it's a little long and there's some context to it, but it's very profound, and it's you know in essence to recognize that if someone treats us unwell, if, uh, and in this case, I had to caveat it, if this person treated me unwell. I don't know. It's not like the person threatened me. Then I could say, okay, this person's treating me unwell. Yeah, it feels like they treated me unwell. Maybe from an objective point of view, it was dharmic. I don't think so, but I'm not God, so or or I'm not omniscient in that way. It's, but so the process is basically to say, okay, while I don't like their behavior, if they're treating me unwell in an instance like this, let me recognize that they just have spiritual sickness. They have ego, illusion, delusion, however you want to say it. Just like me. Just like me. They're a divine creation. They're a child of God. They're infinite consciousness that just like me sometimes fall if this person did wrong. They just fall victim to a kind of spiritual sickness. So that's kind of the realization beforehand. And then it's, God, this is a person who has spiritual sickness just like me. Please help me to have the same tolerance, patience, and compassion that would cheerfully grant a sick friend. Please spare me from being resentful. How can I be helpful to this person? Thy will, not mine, be done. And with fears, it's with each fear, you ask God to remove the fear and turn my attention to how God would have me be. So my fears were, if I make a video, people will think I'm crazy or controlling. So please, God, higher power, I offer this fear to you. How would you have me be in this situation? And I just have this feeling, this impression of, be fearless, meaning speak what you believe to be true and speak what you believe will be helpful, and not be worried about the results of that. In other words, do your best and leave the results up to God, which is the essence of karma yoga. And the next fear was, people won't like it. Please, higher power, I offer you that fear. Please direct my attention to how you would have me be. I'm open to people not liking it if they can express it in a direct and a respectful way. I'm open to feedback. I want it. I need it. And then another part of this process is, please, God, I offer all of me, the good and the bad. Please remove from me every defect of character that stands in the way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Please grant me strength as I go forth from here to do your bidding. Amen. The recognition being that my defects of character stand in the way of me being helpful, of me doing God's will, of me doing service. So it's like, please remove those and help me do your will. And so I hope this video is at least a little bit an expression of something good. And now I'm going to turn my attention to someone I can help. Thank you so much for dropping by. Take care. Much love.